boys and girls, so I'm just going to go back over multiplying numbers by 100 because some of us did find this really tricky, again just like we did the multiplying by 10. So I'm going to go back over it separately just so that we do understand, and hope we're going to use a bit of this and what we did yesterday, we're going to use that tomorrow as well. Okay, so let's go on and see what we're doing. Okay, so learning intention and success criteria. To multiply numbers by 100, I can show an understanding that by multiplying a number by 100, it means I have 100 times more than the original number. So that's the number you had to start with. Okay, I can show an understanding of what changes when I multiply a number by 100, and I can multiply numbers by 100. Now we are only going to be timesing 2-digit numbers today by 100. We're not doing 3-digit, that's too tricky just now. Okay. So Miss Taylor's going to get a pen out because we're multiplying numbers by 100. So I'm going to need my thousands. Okay, you know, TH for thousands, hundreds, tens, and units. Now when we are multiplying by 100, we are multiplying by 10 and then multiplying by 10 again. Okay, so we're multiplying by 10 two times because 10 times 10 is 100. So to multiply by 100, we're going to times it by 10 and times it by 10 again. So we're adding on 2 zeros to the end. So we're adding on 1 by times it by 10 once, and another one by multiplying it by 10 again. Okay, so let's try just a single digit to begin with. We'll take the number 2. Okay, if we multiply the number 2 by 100, it's going to jump up not one place, but 2 places. So it's not jumping up 1, but 2. Okay, so let's give this a try. So the 2 goes up here and it becomes 2. There's nothing in the tens, so we have to add a 0. There's nothing in the units or the ones, so we have to add a 0 there. Okay, so because we're multiplying by 10, we're timesing it by 10 and 10 again. So 1,000, the thousands column is 100 times more than the tens column, and the hundreds is 100 times more than the units or the ones column. Okay, so just like that was 10 times, this is 100 times bigger. Okay, so we're going to try again, but this time we're going to use a 2-digit number. So I'm going to put the number 48. Okay, 48. So we've got 48 there, and I'm going to change my colour of my pen again just so we don't get confused. So the 4's jumping up 2 times, so it's going 1, 2 to the thousands. Okay, and the units is jumping up 1, 2 to the hundreds. Okay, so if we move 4 up 2, it's going to the hundreds to the thousands. So we're putting our 4 there. The 8 is jumping up to the hundreds because it's going 1, 2. We're timesing it by 10, timesing it by 10. Again, there's 0 tens and there's 0 units. Okay, so our new number 48 times by 100 is now 4,800. Okay, so we'll go over another couple examples. Go over 2 more just so I can explain a little bit. So here we go. We'll have the number 27. Okay, if we're multiplying 27 by 100, we're timesing it by 10 and timesing it by 10 again. So the 2 goes times by 10 times by 10 again. The 7 times by 10 times by 10 again. Okay, so the 2 goes up to the thousands. The 7 goes up to the hundreds. There's 0 tens and 0 units, so it becomes 2,700. Now remember, if you're multiplying by 100, look at the number 100 here. The number 100 here has 1, 2 zeros. Okay, so the number 100 has 2 zeros, so we know if we're multiplying a number by it, it's going to end in 2 zeros. Now I'm going to show you quickly as well, because I did this for the tens. So I'm going to quickly show you for the hundreds. If we had a number like 20, okay, and we multiply 20 by 100, the 2 goes up 2 again, and the 0 goes up 2 again. Okay, so we've got 2 going to the thousands, the 0 going to the hundreds, and then there's 0 in the tens and 0 in the units or the ones. So when you've got a number like 20, and you times that by 100, it's now going to have 3 zeros because there already was a 0 there. So it's now 2000 instead of just being 20, because we've times it by 10 to get 200, and then times it by 10 again to get 2000. Okay, now your problems today, boys and girls, are just 2 digits and the sums are written out for you. Okay, so remember, when you are multiplying by 100, the number should have at least 2 zeros at the end. Okay, so 2 in the tens and 2 in the units. So have a look at your teacher made worksheet. It should be all set out and quite easy for you to use. Good luck, and if you have any questions, again, email me or message me on Teams. Okay, so let me know if you have any problems whatsoever, boys and girls. I am here to help you. Okay, good luck, and I hope you enjoy it. I quite like times by 100.